Lee Hall, Joe D'Alfonso, and Terre Haute, 11-2. Indiana State leads it. You think life on the road isn't tough as we see Bradley's first points of the night. We booked satellite time months ago. The satellite company sold it, gave it to somebody else, and we had to rebook about 10 minutes ago. You thought the airlines were tough when they overbooked.
Well, I'll tell you, there were some people back at Multi-Ed, including Matt Dodge, who said, I don't want to see any more 11-0 starts. Okay, we didn't show it to you. So
That's
now
right.
everybody's happy.
That's right. An 11-0 Indiana State run to start this. Now Bradley looks like they'll go zone, matchup zone. Moss for three.
A 39% shooter from deep. And that's a tough shot from the deep corner like that. I wouldn't mind seeing him taking that shot again.
Joe mentioned just before we went to break, Daniel Ruffin, Tony Bennett, Zach Andrews, all starters already out of the game. It's Adams, Twy, O'Brien, Somerville, and Will Franklin. Shot clock at 12 for the Braves. Franklin loses it, and now we're at 6. 5, 4. Franklin loses it with 2. It would have been a shot clock violation anyway.
6 turnovers.
Braves having a tough time hanging onto the basketball. Moore for 3. Rattles in and out, and it's off Somerville.
I'll tell you, the Sycamores lead 14-2, and the last 2 shots they missed were wide open and dead on. It could be worse.
Lawrence Wright will check in for Bradley. He replaces J.J. Twy. Another slow start on the road for Bradley. Moss drives, charges. Good play by Franklin to draw the charge.
Well, Moss is a slasher, and that time the scouting report proved right as Franklin held his ground. And the Braves got a rare stop here early. Obviously, it's like Evansville, a lot of time. 14:43 left in this, just the first half. But Braves need to show some signs of life here on offense.
Indiana State 9-12, just 2-11 in the conference. Bradley 13-8, 7-6. Wright wants a 3. Fallen in love with that shot after making 2 in a row in 2 games.
Well, it's a tough shot anyway, but when it's the first time you've touched the ball on offense, once you've been in the game, it's an even more difficult shot. You haven't even felt the ball yet.
Indiana State shooting 60% to start the game, and a whistle goes against the Braves and Will Franklin. At the end of the game, Joe and I will pick the Heritage Bank player of the game. Heritage Bank, locally owned and managed since 1920. Eric Gray into the ball game, another Thornwood product. He replaces Schnitger. Daniel Ruffin back in after an errant pass early. He replaces Somerville. So the Braves go small here with 3 guards. Actually, Adams playing a small forward. Almost comes up with a pick on Arnold. 14 minutes to play, 14-2. 2 touchdowns for the Sycamores, a safety for the Braves. Gray shoots his first shot. 2 Sycamores down. Braves have numbers. Adams for 3. It's good for Dan Adams, his 11th 3 of the season.
Well, Ruffin had O'Brien ahead of the field for the dunk, lob, layup, whatever, but chose to go to Adams. He was wide open, so just pick your poison for the Sycamores, getting back on D.
Braves got a break there. 2 Sycamores ran into each other and fell right in front of our broadcast position. Interior pass. Moss, jump hook is good. He's averaging just 11 since returning the last 3 games, 16 points a game on the season. Adams' second 3 is off the mark. Quick shot that time for the Braves. Braves back straight man-to-man now. And a foul on Lawrence Wright. And he gets an earful from Jim Lepp.
The 3rd foul on Bradley, first on Wright.
Elliott Boo in for the Sycamores. He replaces Gabe Moore. 16-5, Indiana State. Like to do a lot of backdoor cuts. We saw Moss score on that in the opening play of the game. Tunnel loses it. Check it, that's Trent Works. Jim Les wants his offense to be patient, and another Bradley turnover. It's getting old early. 7 turnovers for Bradley.
And it's not forced turnovers, it's unforced turnovers. That one just right through the hands of Will Franklin, who's usually giving the Braves a lot of spark coming off the bench in his first year as a Brave. Not to say he won't yet tonight.
Leads the league in assist to turnover ratio, so turnovers are a rarity for him. 12:15 to go. Braves trail it by 11. Here's Tunnel. Now Boo for 3. Airballed it. And it's off Tunnel, falling out of bounds. And it's Bradley ball with 12:05 to go. Somerville in for O'Brien, who hasn't been able to clear himself inside since that first bucket of the game for Bradley.
Yeah, 1 for 2 from the floor. Haven't called his name on a rebound yet. Of course, the Sycamores haven't missed many shots. They run their offense crisply tonight, unlike the team in red, who's got 7 turnovers so far.
Tony Bennett will check in on the next dead ball. We'll have a timeout when that occurs. Somerville gets it on the block. Gives it out. Now Adams will try another 3, and it's good. He's 2 for 3 out there.
Well, and he caught the ball like a shooter should. He was ready. His weight was underneath his shoulders. His hands were out. He was ready for the shot before the ball got to him. That's what makes a successful shooter.
6 points for Adams after only playing 14 minutes total in his last 5 games, including a couple of did not plays. DNP on the score sheet. Moss at the free throw line. Leans in. Tough shot that time. Wright grabs the rebound. 11 minutes to go. First half. Wright. Initial call is Bradley ball, but it'll be turned over, and it's Indiana State ball, and that's one of those Lawrence Wright turnovers. He knew he was going to try and drive before he got it, and went nowhere.
Trying to make a play.
10:57 left. First half, Braves trail at 16-8.
Trust me, not all hearing aids are the same. No one device will do everything. Peoria Ear, Nose, and Throat Audiology Services. Your first step to better hearing.
We're S-H-O-P-I-N-G. We're shopping.
Miss Goody Two-Shoes is quietly closing the doors February 25th. Further markdowns taken.
We're S-H-O-P-I-N-G. We're shopping.
Go to Brick Oven in Morton and get fresh handmade oven-fired pizzas.
I love
The Brick Oven. All you can eat walleye Fridays for just $7.95.
Wonderful.
Friday. The center of the world is Torino, Italy. Only once every 4 years, time stops and the whole world comes to one place for a magical night to celebrate the opening ceremony of the Olympic Winter Games. The spectacle, the emotion, the moments of a lifetime come together with the world. Friday on NBC.
Lose the Winter Blues of the 50s dance Saturday, February 25th. Shake, Rattle, and Roll will be there. There's a dance contest, and the Blues Brothers, too. The kids of St. Jude say, thank you very much.
Your is WEEK.
Terre Haute, Dan Adams, as we've seen him do in the past, Joe, providing a quick spark off the bench for Bradley, hitting 2 of 3 from behind the arc.
Right, he shot both with confidence. Here's the one from Ruffin. Shoots it like he really meant to shoot it. It was his shot, no problem. He had one from the corner earlier. Got 6 out of Bradley's 8 points, and it's just an 8-point game after all the bad things the Braves have done.
Time now for Tonight in the Valley, brought to you by Casey's General Stores, a convenience store, and a whole lot more. You're looking at it. Bradley and Indiana State. Everybody else played last night. Creighton winning down the road in Evansville after trailing for the first 38 minutes of that ball game, pulling out a 4-point win against the Aces. So it's no bargain down there, as the Braves found out with their only Valley Road win in overtime. Moss with 10 on the shot clock.
Wow.
He averaged 14.5 a game in 3 games against Bradley last year. He's at 9 of the first 18 Sycamore points tonight.
And he's made all kinds of shots. There's Adams again.
Missed that one. He's 2 for 4. Here come the Sycamores. Wright tips it away. And it'll be Bradley ball. Lawrence Wright got a hand in there. Dan Adams appears shaken up. Might have got the finger in the eye.
Right. Looks like he got something in the eye there and going after a loose ball. But that's about the third loose ball he's got a hand on tonight. Providing it on both ends.
Midway through the first half, Tony Bennett's first shot of the night's an air ball. Adams tries to save it, gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Indiana State ball.
Again, Adams with the loose ball. Bennett with the uncharacteristic air ball on the first pass shot.
Randy McCall, if you watched the Jim Les show last week, we replayed a mic'd up segment we did last year. Randy McCall was the official, and he is kind of a joy to work a game with, I would imagine, judging by what we saw in that piece. And he is the lead official here tonight. Moss gives to Arnold. Tough shot. Wirtz is there for the foul. He averages 8.5 a game.
The Sycamores are just outworking the Braves right now the first 10 minutes of this game. Just outworked them. Adams kicks to Ruffin for 3. Bradley settling for that 3-point shot. And the last 2 shots have come under deep pressure. Bennett, now Ruffin. Not much flow to the offense, unlike the Sycamores, who go backdoor for a layup and make the score 22-8.
They're making it look like a Globetrotter Generals game. Inside Somerville, off the glass. Wirtz got a piece of it, but it goes anyway. Somerville, 25 points a game in his last 2 road games. His first 2 points tonight. Bradley trailed this one 11-0. Moore just about went over and back. I think if his heel came down, it would have been. Paul Jansen was right there. Here's Moss open again down low. He turns it over. He's had a couple of those himself here tonight. Adams got to put the ball on the floor once, Danny. I think he got hit in the mouth. Yeah. We thought he got hit in the eye earlier, but that was back your bags because he was traveling.
He saw that lane. It just opened up and his eyes got wide. Beautiful. He was right there.
Will Franklin replaces Daniel Ruffin. O'Brien's back in there for the Braves. 22-10. And for the umpteenth time this season on the road, Bradley finds himself in a hole trying to dig their way out, make a game of it. There's Tunnel, the freshman. Mr. Kansas basketball a year ago. Moss. That looked like a travel. Wright comes away with it. He ran right into O'Brien. Quickly ahead. Franklin can't finish. And Indiana State knocks it out of bounds with 7:57 to play here in the first half. We've got a timeout. Braves trying to get back in this one after trailing 11-0. It's a 12-point deficit for BU.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
Grandpa, let's have a pretend pizza party.
Okay, honey. I'll imagine a Casey's handmade from scratch pizza with all my favorite toppings.
It's got lots of hot and gooey cheese, too. Grandpa, where are you going?
To get a real Casey's pizza.
All month, get a large specialty pizza for $10.99 or a medium for $9.99.
Pretend pizza, great every time.
It's Casey's General Store.
Not all hearing aids will work for you. See an audiologist before you make the wrong choice. Peoria Ear, Nose, and Throat Audiology Services. Your first step to better hearing.
Would you like to know more about women's special health needs? Log on to week.com and click on Methodist MedWatch. It's your link to the latest healthcare information from Methodist Medical Group physicians. You can make suggestions and even ask general questions, because at Methodist Medical Group, healthcare is centered on you.
Methodist is proud to be one of America's top 100 cardiovascular hospitals.
Lee Hall, Joe D'Alfonso back at the Hulman Center. The officials over here, what were they looking for, Joe?
Possession. When the ball went out of bounds, they just want to make sure the possession's correct. And Will Franklin did not finish on that layup.
That was it. It went on, it looked to me like it went off an Indiana State player, and that was the call.
Actually, now they're talking to the shot clock operator. Want to see maybe if the ball hit the rim. It's not 30.
Inbound to Somerville. One-handed jumper is no good. O'Brien tip. Braves working on the board that time, but didn't get any benefit out of it. Now quickly ahead to Tunnel for the dunk. Braves down 14, and a foul down low will go against Indiana State and Adam Arnold.
With a quick moving first half, 7:33 to go. Each team just with 3 fouls each. But boy, the Sycamores have made the most of their opportunities. That was a fast break layup or dunk by Tunnel. He beat everyone down the floor.
And Frank, boy, the Braves having an awful time trying to get it into their 7-footer.
Absolutely. We talked about this afternoon what a great game Grant Stout of Northern Iowa had against the Sycamores on Saturday. 17 points, 13 rebounds, 5 blocked shots in just 21 minutes. Now, he was their big man. He just shredded the Sycamores. O'Brien having a much more difficult time even touching the ball.
Jim West yelling foul and not getting anywhere. Somerville, tough shot off the glass, no good. And the Sycamores come out of there with numbers. 3-on-2. Schnittker for 3. O'Brien grabs that rebound. Franklin presses the issue and scores. Will Franklin averaging 7.5 points a game his last 10 outings.
And shooting over 50% from the field for the season. One of the few Braves who could say that.
Tunnel for 3. Way long, but gets his own rebound. Goes up over Somerville, missed. Good recovery that time defensively by the Braves. Franklin, pull up, good.
Wow.
Will Franklin with 4 quick ones.
I'll tell you, anytime you have a big man like Tunnel who can shoot from outside, and you have to bring the opposing 7-footer out with you, even to the 3-point line, you have an advantage.
Here's Moss, all alone and missed a bunny.
And he was all alone because O'Brien was way out guarding the passer, Tunnel. Moss snuck up there in there and didn't finish.
And the whistle goes against O'Brien, and they're wrestling. I mean, the battle for position inside is incredible, and Patrick O'Brien gets whistled for the foul. Andrews replaces Lawrence Wright.
That's just the first foul on Big Patrick.
Braves with the pressure now. 5:53 to go first half. Quick moving first half. Even for those of us who were here for the beginning.
And there's very few of us in the building that could say that.
Schnitger now kicks to Arnold. Just his second start of the year. O'Brien got the tip. Andrews was posted but didn't get the ball. Somerville's three is good. Sellis 36% behind the arc. And it's a 7-point ball game.
We talked about his last two games on the road. Very, very good. 28 points, tied his career high at Evansville, and carried the load against Missouri State last Saturday night.
Trent Wirtz, Jr., transfer, turns it over. Here come the Braves.
And just like that, no flow for the Sycamores offense.
7-0 run for Bradley. Andrews, good job by the Braves that time. What a mismatch there. Gabe Moore at 6 foot, guarding Zach Andrews at 6'8".
That's the best thing that could have happened to the Sycamores there. They just get a foul, the team foul, just their fourth, and regroup on defense.
Eric Gray comes in. Moss comes out. Braves on a little 7-0 run here. The Braves coaching staff does not want Zach Andrews putting on a dribbling exhibition behind the three-point arc.
The pass was supposed to go right back to Marcellus coming off the screen from out of bounds, and Andrews just never threw it to him.
Somerville and O'Brien two-man game. Pat's got to use the glass on that one.
It's an easier shot if you use the glass.
He got the ball that time, and that one was on him. Schnitger for three. He had 24 against Southern. Misses that one. Somerville high for the rebound. Sellis tied for 5th in the league in rebounding at 6.5 a game. Franklin puts on a little move. Gives it to O'Brien, who gives to Andrews and wasn't ready for it. Ruff back in. He replaces O'Brien. Pat had that free throw line jumper, and he's proven that he can make it,
and he's comfortable taking it.
Thought better of it.
Right.
And Andrews was not ready for that pass.
The most amazing thing that happened on the last Sycamore possession was Gabe Moore taking two hands to Bennett's chest and shoving him to the ground, and no call made. It is a fight in the blue.
4 minutes to play, first half. Braves have trailed by as many as 14. It's now a 7-point game. Darren Evans guarded by Somerville. Back cut, Moore, a little 10-footer, nothing but net.
Absolutely lost. Daniel Ruffin on the overplay.
Back to a 9-point Sycamores lead. They are just 1-4 here in the league. Bennett, free throw line jumper is good. Tony Bennett trying to get out of a 3-game slump, shooting just 28% his last 3 games, averaging just 6 points in those games.
Shooting 44% on the season, which is un-Bennett-like. He's usually better than that.
Arnold, picked and curled. Nice hustle play by Will Franklin, bounces it off Arnold, who asked to come out the last trip down. He's gassed. He'll get a little break here, and so will we. 3:08 left first half, 26-19 Indiana State.
A McDonald's breakfast will wake you up in a hurry. Check out the new breakfast dollar menu for your favorite morning tastes. McDonald's accepts all major credit cards.
Save 10, 20, 30, up to 50% off almost everything at Flooring Depot. Get 50% off select styles of Stainmaster carpet. Only 99 cents a square foot. Stainmaster sets the standard for soil and stain resistance. Everything in the store is on sale. Save 50% on inlay vinyl by Armstrong. Only 99 cents a square foot. 44% off solid cherry and chestnut hardwood. And take 2 years to pay. 10, 20, 30, up to 50% off. You want it.
Flooring Depot's got it.
Every day, Progressive does something that's, well, progressive. They have this ticker that shows their car insurance rates and their top competitors. Right now on Progressive.com, you can see actual rates that people are getting. Sometimes Progressive is the lowest. Sometimes they're not. Hey, if they're this helpful when you're shopping for car insurance, imagine how they'll be once you're a customer.
A McDonald's breakfast will wake you up in a hurry. Check out the new breakfast dollar menu for your favorite morning taste. McDonald's accepts all major credit cards.
Methodist is proud to be one of America's top 100 cardiovascular hospitals.
26-19, Indiana State leading. They led 22-8. Bradley on an 11-4 run, Joe, and the defense picking it up a little bit.
Right, it's plays like this that get you back in the game. Here's a good denial, blocked shot, hustle by Franklin, off the knee, Bradley ball, just like that. Two-man effort there by Andrews and Franklin.
Here's a look at the Missouri Valley Conference standings. Northern Iowa, Creighton, both 11-3 atop the Valley, followed by Wichita State and Southern next at 10-4. Missouri State lost by 2 in Carbondale last night. They're 8-6. Bradley needs a win here to keep pace with the Bears, who they split with in the regular season.
If Bradley takes care of the bottom of the league this weekend, they'll move into 5th all by themselves, as Missouri State likely to lose at UNI on Saturday. Bradley's at Illinois State. So you like the Braves' chances of, well, they're favored to win here tonight. They'll be favored to win Saturday.
Eric Gray whistled for the foul. That's 5 team fouls now on the Sycamores. Tough shot. Zach Andrews hits. Zach averaging just over 7 a game. And it's a 5-point ball game.
Despite Bradley with 11 turnovers and not shooting a free throw as yet, they were in this game.
Tony Bennett with a steal. He's second in the league in that category. Takes it, puts it up, scores. Boy, that's a tough shot from that close with no bank. And Bradley's battled back within 3. They trailed 11-0. They trailed 22-8. It's a 15-4 Braves run. Moore on the back cut. Ruffin was there. Moss looking for a whistle and didn't get it. He forced it that time. The lead for Somerville. Off the glass, Marcellus Somerville with 7. And the Braves are back within 1. What a comeback. Oh man.
This is what the coaches in the league talk about. You just don't want to get caught in a Bradley run. These guys saw it in Peoria in the second half when they were blitzed. Illinois State saw it. Evansville seen it. And now we're watching it now.
17-4 right now. Tunnel for 3. Tries to put an end to it. Can't. Tip. Andrews hustles after it. Now 4 players on the floor. Here's Somerville. Gives to Franklin. To Bennett. Lays it up. Good. Bradley leads.
Now 5 different players touched that ball that time. 2 on the loose ball and 3 on the break.
19-4 the Bradley run here. A remarkable comeback. Gray with a 3 puts an end to the run. He's just 3 of 6 now behind the arc after missing the entire first semester.
His first game back was in Peoria.
Under a minute to go now. Somerville, long deuce is good. And we're tied.
We'll take it.
Sellis feeling it. 9 points. He had 17 against the Sycamores in Peoria. Great turnaround. No good. Wirtz got a hand on it. The Sycamores will get it back and have the final shot at it if they so desire, and it looks like they do, barring a turnover. But still, if you're Jim Less, you're hoping that that's the 10 minutes and you got that out of your way, and now you're going to play a good 30 minutes to finish the game. Ruffin with the steal. And he lays it up and in, and Bradley with a 2-point lead. The Sycamores have numbers, but they can't get it. Down the floor, and Ruffin's whistle for the foul. It'll be ball out of bounds. That's not a bad play by Daniel Ruffin there to get the foul.
No one's in the bonus yet. Bradley was hoping that the Sycamores couldn't break on him and get that last shot, so the play was stopped with the foul. Now Twy comes in.
He replaces Andrews. Franklin, Adams, Twy, Ruffin, Somerville, and Royce Waltman will take a timeout and talk it over with 1.4 seconds to play.
I was wondering if that was ever going to come. I didn't think that Royce Waltman had called his 30-second timeout yet this half, and he had not. Plenty of opportunities when things are falling apart around him Now he takes home with 1.4 seconds.
Tony Bennett with his hand on his back, and what a teammate. Jeremy Crouch, who has played very rarely of late, is giving him a rub down. I mean, now that's a good, that's a teammate right there.
Absolutely. Tony's in a little bit of pain. He's not going to play this last segment. Braves will clog the middle, guard the basket.
Moss to inbounds. From half court. Gets it to Wirtz. Turnaround jumper at the buzzer. Doesn't go. And Bradley will go to the locker room with a lead. You have got to be kidding.
31-29, and that's not bad for playing only 15 minutes of hard basketball.
It was 22-8. And Bradley went, by my count, what is that? 23-7 run.
Right, 23-7, including the last two on the rough and steel. Braves get to 50% on the half. Did not shoot a free throw, and won the rebounding battle 15-14 after a very, very slow start.
Turn it over 11 times as Ray and Mrs. Pitzel look on. 9 turnovers for the Sycamores, so they didn't take very good care of the ball toward the end of the half either.
No, now a lot of that was Moss.
31-29, Braves storm back to take the lead here in Terre Haute. We'll be back with more from the Hulman Center right after this.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
Move your business forward with the advantage of ideas. Call CMFI Group.
Daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, only $5.89. Grandpa John's Rib Shack now with 2 locations serving the Peoria metro area. Y'all get enough to eat?
Your home for the Winter Olympics is WEEK. WEEK's exclusive coverage of Bradley basketball is brought to you in part by Heritage Bank, locally owned and managed since 1920. By Ford and your local Ford dealers. By Casey's General Stores, a convenience store and a whole lot more. By The Mattress Doctor, delivering dreams to you. By Menards, save big money at Menards. And by the Better Banks, better service, better bank.
When we shop for furniture, we're looking for pieces
that'll outlast the finance offer.
Yeah.
At Furniture Row Shopping Center, our solid furniture stands up to almost anything, including our competitors' prices. Take Oak Express, a specialty store exclusively at Furniture Row, where you'll find real deals on real wood furniture. And what's really great is that our prices are backed by our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. Furniture Row Shopping Center, centered around you.
Plain and simple, the American Cancer Society's mission is to eliminate cancer as a major health problem by reducing the suffering of those who have cancer. Hope. It's a belief that one day we will all be cancer-free. Progress. Through early detection, prevention, and treatment, more cancer patients are surviving. Answers. Researchers are finding answers every day through their continuous efforts, leading to the ultimate solution. Learning today, changing tomorrow. I'm Jill Finnegan, thanking MTCO, a company that cares.
MTCO Communications, serving Central Illinois since 1945.
At Bradley University, you have the opportunity to be taught by a professor who just happens to be the Poet Laureate of Illinois and the author of 6 poetry collections, the creator of a PBS educational learning series for children, a consultant for a Fortune 500 company and author of books on leadership, a talented international printmaker whose works have appeared in over 150 exhibitions, or an engineer who holds 3 U.S. patents in fluid mechanics. At Bradley University, learn from the very best.
Back in Terre Haute, it's Bradley with a 2-point halftime lead, 31-29, and Lee Hall and Joe D'Alfonso, and it's it's turning into an MO for this basketball team, and the good news is they can play from behind, and they caught up, and they can make a run. The bad news is you fall behind 11-0.
Well, it's becoming an almost an every night thing. Even Peoria sometimes. We've seen it against Wichita State. These guys, when they visited Carver Arena, it's amazing how often it happens to the same team and the same coaching staff in the same league over and over again. But tonight, the Braves rebounded early, got the lead at halftime by 2 after being down 22-8.
It took the Braves quite a while to get on the board. Patrick O'Brien scores the first bucket of the night for Bradley, trailing 11-0.
Right, there's the inbounds pass. He didn't start. He came off the bench. And then another reserve, Will Franklin, came off and got 5 straight points. Here's Bennett's first 2 of the night right here. And, the Braves just started getting easier baskets. They started getting their shots off of transition and off of their defense. The steal here came right before the half. There's Ruffin again getting the Braves a lead. Bradley had 13 fast break points and ended up shooting 14 out of 25 for the first half. That's 56%. Early, they were getting all tough shots. And in the last part of this first half, it was all easy shots coming off the defense.
And David Moss hasn't really done his team any favors. He has turned it over a few times himself and made some unwise choices in the half court.
How about 6 times? 6 turnovers for David Moss in the first half of the All-Valley performer. He was forcing it. He made some nice plays early and then tried to do way too much. And that's how Bradley was scoring off the transition, because he was giving it up around the foul line.
At any rate, it is a great Bradley comeback here, and they lead 31-29 at the half. We mentioned they were down 11-0. It was 22-8. Bradley finishes the half on a 23-7 run to lead it here by 2 at the break. Back with more from Terre Haute right after this.
Right now at Menards, save 10% on anything in the store, even sale prices when you put it on your big card. Save big on Shaw Carpet. All special order carpet is 12% off. The Mastercraft Custom Interior Door Collection has 25 glass and 21 panel designs, over 4,000 combinations. All 10% off. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you put it on your Menards big card. Hurry, sale ends February 11th. Some exclusions apply.
Save big money at Menards.
Spread your wings.
Explore new world.
Go wild.
Let your imagination soar at the Peoria Zoo at Glen Oaks Park. It's a fun-filled adventure for the entire family.
Discover what's new at Peoria Zoo and join us as we grow for tomorrow. I'm Rita Kress.
And I'm Michael Bryant from Methodist, asking you to enjoy and support your Peoria Zoo.
I'm Jay Jansen from the Jansen Law Center. Email me your questions today at week.com. Experts online.
Woo-wee! You like it hot. I mean really hot. Ow. Thursday on News 25 Nightside at 10, Eric and Dub search for the hottest, spiciest, tear-jerking dining in Central Illinois. It's a you gotta eat mission with heat. Woo-wee. Can the dynamic dining duo face the fire? You gotta eat. You like it hot? Thursday on Where Else? News 25 Nightside at 10. Your home team. Your home for the Winter Olympics is WEEK.
Where were you when he hit the 3? Where were you when the crowd went wild? Where were you when he slammed, jammed, jumped? Where were you when... Yeah, where were you? This year, don't miss the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament, March 2nd through 5th at Savage Center. Get your tickets now.
Back at the Hulman Center in Terre Haute, these folks vying for a chance at a trip to the Final Four. I know a guy that won that a couple of years ago. It was me at the Valley. Good shooter, not a good maker. Hey, we're with Darren Epley, and when I told Joe D'Alfonso who we were talking to at halftime, I said, good Spalding man. He said, that's redundant, isn't it? I said, yes. Good Spalding man is redundant. 1985 Spalding grad, played for Coach Lang, as did I. played baseball at Bradley, and now you're very involved in Bradley athletics, part of the Chiefs Club and the Beat Club. Tell us all about that, your involvement there.
Well, I'm on the Chiefs Club board. I've been on the Chiefs Club board, I think, for 5 or 6 years. I've been on the Beat Club board for more like 10 or 11. Most of my friends or people that know me know I'm just an avid Bradley fan in general, huge Bradley basketball fan. So actually Ron Harris asked me to get involved with the Beat Club about 10 years ago, which I was thrilled to do. And getting involved, that led me into the Chiefs Club. So it's a great way to stay connected. I enjoy doing it.
And no fans support their team any better than Bradley fans. Tell me about what kind of things you're involved with as far as the Chiefs Club, and maybe if people want to get involved, what they could do and how they could get involved.
Well, the Chiefs Club is the main fundraising organization, of course, for the athletic program. So our primary purpose is to raise money. I'm just a huge fan, so I try and inject as much energy as I can. Actually, Mr. Kavanaugh, the athletic director, asked me to, talk a little bit about my passion for the crowd at Bradley games. I'm a huge Bradley basketball fan. And I'm always kind of beating them up about, hey, let's juice up the atmosphere at the games. Let's get people off their hands. Let's get it going in there. And so, that's one of the things that I'm really trying to work on. And I hope, that the Southern game coming up, we can have another 11,000.
Yeah.
It was awesome to see 11,000 in there for the Illinois State game. But I'd like to see them not only there, but making a lot of noise, standing up, going crazy. I remember when I was in school, we stood at the beginning of both halves and clapped until the other team scored. We didn't just stand and, kind of stand there and be quiet. So,
all right.
As long as the team, hopefully they can take care of business the next 2 nights and get us excited.
Yeah, you heard the man. We'll see you there against Southern Illinois. His 15-year hit streak in the alumni baseball game is alive, although we heard you had to have a little help from the official scorer last year.
Everything you hear.
Former great first baseman of the Bradley Braves and our friend Darren Epley here joining us at halftime. Braves lead it by 2. We'll take a look at the first half stats and have the second half for you coming up right after this. Now, let's go to Mike Dimmick for a newsroom update.
Good evening. A Republican team running for governor and lieutenant governor was stumping in Peoria today. Ron Gidwitz and Steve Rauschenberger spoke at Byerly Aviation in Peoria. The two are touring several cities throughout the state, highlighting their comprehensive education plan. They feel more kids need preschool, that kindergarten be mandatory, and in the early grades, smaller class sizes. Gidwitz is trailing behind Judy Barr Topinka and Jim Oberweis in a new Chicago Tribune poll. Lee, what's the weather look like?
It's going to be a nice quiet night. In fact, we're looking for temperatures to drop back a little bit tonight. This could be our coldest night since, first part of December anyway. Mostly clear and cold. Low should be around 12 above by the time you get up in the morning, but it's going to recover nicely. It will be partly sunny. High should be around 38 during the afternoon tomorrow. Join us for a lot more news, weather, and sports tonight on Nightside at 10.
Water disaster? Mennold Construction and Restoration can handle it. Water, fire, natural disasters, mold. Call direct at 1-877-MENNOLDS.
WEEK and O'Brien Dodge Chrysler Jeep of Pekin are proud to bring you the Golden Apple Award, recognizing teaching excellence. Congratulations, John Moyes of Cuba Middle Senior High.
He makes learning fun. He is, I think, the best.
To nominate your favorite teacher, go to WEEK.com or stop by any one of our sponsors to fill out an application. News 25, home of the Golden Apple Award.
Come and meet those dancing feet. We're taking you to the Tony Award-winning blockbuster, the Associated Press hails Tap Dance Heaven, 42nd Street. Now you can discover why this lullaby of Broadway is a theatrical wonder the New York Post calls pure exhilaration. Live on stage, 42nd Street.
Coming to the Peoria Civic Center March 1st and 2nd.
The Winter Olympics are nearly here on WEEK. And to celebrate, WEEK and Chestnut Mountain and Galena are giving away a weekend of winter fun, including 2 nights of lodging and a ski package for 4. Just watch News 25 Nightside at 10 this Thursday. When we ask you to call in, be the 10th caller and win a family fun weekend on the slopes at Chestnut Mountain. For more information, go to the Olympic Zone on WEEK.com.
UC Bank, proud to be a company that cares.
Jumpstart your career with an MBA from Bradley University's Foster College of Business Administration. All classes are held in the evening and geared toward people who work full-time. And you'll learn from published professors who actively consult with companies, giving them hands-on experience with contemporary business issues. Classes are held in 7-week terms, so you can get your MBA in about 2 years. Gain valuable interpersonal skills and learn from dedicated professors in a program that's fully accredited at the highest level. Classes still available. Enroll now for the spring semester.
All right, Jim, we had satellite trouble at the beginning of the game. Your team had a little on-air trouble as well, didn't they?
Well, we don't feel comfortable unless we spot a team a little lead on the road, gets us fired up. Made a heck of a comeback. We did it by guarding a little bit better, and I thought we had better movement and patience offensively. We got to keep that up.
Good spark from Dan Adams and a couple of guys that, that maybe haven't for you.
I didn't like our energy from our stars. We went to the bench early, and that's why it's a team effort. Guys got to come in and give us a lift. They did that.
Stella's so good on the road the last 3 games.
Yeah, he's playing very focused and playing within himself, and we're going to try and get him started here early in the second half.
All right, keep it going.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, very quickly here, comparative stats for the two teams. Bradley shoots 56% from the floor in the first half, 14 of 25. The Sycamores cool off, 13 of 31 for 42%. Bradley gets the rebounding edge, 15-14. Bradley with 11 turnovers, the Sycamores 9. Neither team shoots a free throw. Leading scorers for the Braves were Marcellus Somerville with 9 points, followed by Tony Bennett with 6, Danny Adams with 6 off the bench. Sycamores led by David Moss with 9, and then Jay Tunnell with 5.
All right, the Braves open the second half with possession and a 2-point lead. Inside Somerville, blocked by Arnold. Better offensive set that time by Bradley than the first 5 minutes of the ball game when they fell behind 11-0. Inside a Tunnel, guarded by Andrews. Jump shot is good for Tunnel. The freshman, 8.5 points a game.
Both teams coming out trying to establish post play. That time got it to their big scores, or their big men at least on the floor, down in the low block.
Tied at 31. The Braves trailed 11-0, trailed 22-8. Try to get it inside, and it's off the Sycamores with 13 on the shot clock. Darren Epley wanted to pass along best wishes to Tom Hammerton and his wife Sherry back in Peoria.
That's a given.
Minute gone here in the second half, 31 all. Andrews, ball went off his knee and he hit the deck. Rough and air ball at the shot clock.
Well, there wasn't much cohesion there on that offensive set. Ball was kicked once, thrown out of bounds once. Got it back. Air ball ended it mercifully.
And the Braves take it away. Twy. Spinner blocked by Moss and foul. A little bit late on the whistle, but a good call.
It was the correct call, just late. And we're going to be looking at the first 2 free throws of the ball game right here, Lee.
I love the quote in the paper today. Royce Waltman, who attended the University of Pitt, he's been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan his entire life, quoted in the paper, "I saw no shoddy officiating in the Super Bowl. Always been my opinion. You can't get caught up in officiating. You have to move by that." He said, tongue firmly planted in cheek. Twy with the first free throw of the night, and it's good. JJ, perfect, 5 of 5 at the line this season. Boy, put the hex on him. He got a hand on it, stayed with it, and it's Bradley ball as they tip it off David Moss.
That's an unbelievable play off a missed free throw. The same guy gets the rebound, falls to the floor, and tips off the opponent. Between he and Danny Adams tonight, they have just played a ton of hustle.
Inside to Andrews, and he's just in too big a hurry when he catches that ball inside. He's a slow down a little bit.
Doesn't have the post move quite yet for this division of this level of play. You're right. He's in just too much of a hurry.
And he's got a world of talent. Played in the Sacramento Professional Developmental League against guys like Bobby Jackson and Mike Bibby of the Kings. He's got talent. He just needs to get used to this level, like Joe said. Bradley up one. Now they trail it by a couple. Moore for three. He's got 7. O'Brien trying to post up inside. Against Tunnel, the sophomore against the freshman, and O'Brien airballed it.
Probably had help airballing it.
Moss, tough little baseline floater, won't go. Patrick O'Brien the rebound. Ruffin forces it in traffic.
That's his 4th turnover. Franklin had 3 himself in the first half.
Schnitker was out of bounds when he caught it.
Got to stay on the white part of the court. First rule.
Royce Waltman says he's that far in bounds.
Well, Royce Waltman is 6 feet outside the coaching box. He's pleading his case.
So you're saying his estimation of distances might not be that good?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay,
There's boundaries everywhere, and no one was sticking to him.
Ruffin 3, no good. Daniel's having a tough night with the turnovers.
Yeah, he has 4 turnovers now, as I mentioned. We had 11 in the first half.
Tunnel, baseline jumper is good.
Got a good shot.
9 points for him. Sycamores up 4. Somerville, back of the rim. Bennett got a hand on it. Ruffin chases it down. So good hustle that time. The Braves will get another possession. O'Brien working hard down low. Held by Tunnel. And I'm not sure what Jim West is complaining about, unless he's complaining that we finally get the ball inside to him and then you call it.
Look, Paul Jansen makes his call. There's 2 arms in the back on the post-up. You can't do that.
Inbounds. O'Brien turns around and puts it right in Tunnel's face. It's just his 2nd basket of the night. 2-point ball game. Schnitker for 3. It's good. 3rd-team All-Stater out of Robinson, Illinois. Led his team to the Elite 8 in Peoria as a junior.
Always been a good shooter.
He's got 7 now. O'Brien again. Doesn't get the roll. And Somerville can't get the offensive rebound. 39-34 Sycamores.
Nice pickup by Somerville that time. Tunnel would have had a shot on the early offense. Marcellus was right there.
Boy, halftime came at a good time for Indiana State as Moss hits. That really broke Bradley's momentum, and they are on a heck of a roll going into the locker room. 41-34 now. The Sycamores come out strong here to start the second half.
All right, Bradley with 1 field goal in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Off of Twy, it'll be Indiana State ball. And we've got a timeout, 15:07 to play. Lawrence Wright back in for Bradley. They trail here by 7.
Springfield Mortgage Company is with you every step of the way, from the purchase of your first home to that much-needed home improvement project. And as your family grows, Springfield Mortgage will be there to lend a helping hand, finding you the right mortgage options to meet your needs. As life changes, so do your needs, and Springfield Mortgage will be there with pre-approval within 24 hours and no application fees. Call one of our mortgage specialists today in Peoria or Bloomington.
Springfield Mortgage Company, freedom to live your life.
Grandpa, let's have a pretend pizza party.
Okay, honey. I'll imagine a Casey's handmade from scratch pizza with all my favorite toppings.
It's got lots of hot and gooey cheese, too. Grandpa, where are you going?
To get a real Casey's pizza.
All month, get a large specialty pizza for $10.99 or a medium for $9.99.
Pretend pizza breaks every time.
It's Casey's General Store.
You know what goes best with a bottle of wine from Apple's Bakery Northside Market? Friends. Find the perfect bottle for your next neighborhood gathering at Apple's Bakery Northside Market. At Apple's Bakery Northside Market, all of our baked goods are sampled by a panel of experts. Smiles are made from scratch at Apple's Bakery Northside Market. How do you decide what to do first? Walk into Apple's Bakery Northside Market. Take a moment and look around. The writing is on the wall. Apple's Bakery Northside Market.
Your home for the Winter Olympics is WEEK.
The immortal Larry Bird. What a magical run for the Sycamores back in 1979. Time now for the MVC Top 3, where we check out the Missouri Valley Conference record book for the best of the best. Most games won in a season by Larry Bird and the Sycamores. 33 back in that magical season when they made the run to the NCAA title game where they lost to Magic Johnson and Michigan State. Bradley's 32 wins on 3 different occasions is second, followed by 29 by Creighton and Cincinnati with the Big O. The Player of the Year award, I see, will be named after the Big O from now on.
Right, yeah. The announcement will come with the breakfast at the Final Four.
Schnitger's 3 is off the mark.
Wow.
And good hustle by Ruffin to outrun Tunnel to the rebound.
Open shot. And he missed it badly, fortunately for Braves.
12-3 run by the Sycamores to start the second half. Right block. Be Bradley ball with 16 on the shot clock. Lawrence Wright has not scored tonight. There were 2 guys draped all over Patrick O'Brien. He got called for the foul.
Right. Right. Offensive foul. That's like the 3rd one off the ball for Bradley tonight. 2nd foul on Patrick.
He's the only Brave with 2 fouls. Braves need to pick it up again defensively like they did midway through the first half. Moss, way off the mark. He's still a little rusty, only his 4th game back after missing 8. And the Sycamores take it away. Moore, blocked by O'Brien. Good hustle by the big fella.
Yeah, he showed some athleticism there. Getting back and getting the block without the foul. 3rd on Bradley's all-time block list, moving up rapidly.
Moss forcing it again. Franklin's got a man right on him. He brings it up quickly. Ruffin takes it to the hoop. Missed the layup. Somerville tap. O'Brien gets the rebound, throws it up and in.
Wow.
That was all kinds of ugly, but they score.
That went from 2 points the easy way to 2 points the hard way.
Oh, my.
Bradley's just 2nd field goal of this half.
6 for O'Brien. Moore, free throw line jumper is good. He averages 10 a game. And he's got 9. O'Brien fouled. He'll be on Tunnel. And that'll be 3 on the 6'8 freshman out of Topeka.
Indiana State, we mentioned, tied for 9th in the league in field goal percentage, 41%. 9th in field goal percentage at 46%. They don't score very much. 68 points a game. 63 points a game, rather. And yet, we've got a nice, comfortable 7-6 point lead now over Bradley.
Here comes Adams and Wirtz. Somerville sits for Bradley. Tunnel sits for the Sycamores. Patrick has played well against the Sycamores. 2 double-doubles last season, including a double-double in the tournament. Missed that free throw, though.
Had a big game in a tournament. Like 15 rebounds in an extended period of time. He only averages like 23 minutes per game in his career. But that night, I remember, he played well over 30.
15 points, 14 rebounds. Moss with his second bucket of the second half. He's got 13 tonight. Braves down 8. Bryant working hard in the post. They're just doing a good job on him defensively. Now Wright gets open down low. His first basket of the night.
Nice pass by O'Brien. Nice and soft, high to low. Both post players.
Braves trail it by 6. 12:38 to play in the ball game. If the Braves would win this game, looking for their 4th road win of the season, it'd be the first time they've won 4 road games since 1997-1998 season. Fouls on Ruffin.
That's a good place to get it. I mean, Bradley, this is the only current Valley place that Bradley holds an edge, that holds a winning record.
15-14 on this floor.
Percy Hawkins never lost here. He was 4-0. Just as an example of Bradley's success.
Andrews in for O'Brien. And a turnover. Moss can't handle the pass.
Bad pass.
Dan Adams hit 2 3-pointers in the first half off the bench. This time it's Ruffin with a little floater. Andrews follows, can't get it to go. Good hustle. Run down by Jeremiah Wise, but the Braves come up with it. Andrews in the lane. Good job of giving it up. Here's Franklin for 3. In and out. Wright gets a hand on it. Andrews goes up and scores. No call. Good no call.
A lot of contact, no call, just a basket. 4-point game. A lot of time.
Zach touches that ball, and it's like those children's museums where you put your hand on that silver globe.
Right.
And your hair just goes straight up, and you're like full of electricity. He just goes nuts. He picks up the foul that time. 11:10 to play, 45-41. Bradley trails by 4.
We're giving you $1,000. It only happens once a year. Now get $1,000 auto show bonus cash on many new Fords, on top of current incentives like 0% finance.
Whoa!
And we'll also pick up your first month's payment.
No way.
Plus, get to your local Ford store now and register to win one of 10 all-new Ford Fusions. An extra 1,000 bonus cash, 0% financing, and no first month's payment. Plus, register to win one of 10 Fusions at your local Ford store today.
Yes!
At the Better Banks, we never forget we serve people, not numbers. That's one reason we're committed to staying locally owned and operated. It makes us more accountable to the people in the communities we serve.
I still get all the services that are provided from the national banks, but I'm not just a number. I'm not just an account. I become a person and a valued customer, and that's really important. I really feel valued with the Better Banks.
Right now at Menards, save 10% on anything in the store, even sale prices when you put it on your big card. Save on a huge selection of clear hardwood boards. Save 12% on all oak boards. From hand tools to laser levels, Irwin has the tools you need. Choose from over 100 Irwin tools, all 16% off. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you put it on your Menards big card. Hurry, sale ends February 11th. Some exclusions apply.
Save big money at Menards.
Won't you join with St. Jude and Bergner's to fight childhood cancer?
Indiana State leads Bradley with 11:10 to play, 45-41. The Sycamores last week won at Southern Illinois, 63-54. And here's a look at the streaks they broke that night, Joe D. Consecutive Valley home games won by Southern, 42, 33 straight home games overall. 24 road losses at Southern by Indiana State dating back to 1981. 15 Valley road losses, 13 overall, 11 consecutive by Indiana State. It was quite a night, a game people are still talking about.
Well, we were doing a game in Peoria. They kept giving us the score. We kept expecting Southern to tie it and go ahead, and they never did. Just like
Braves
that pass.
get it back.
It never came down. So Bradley ball. Yeah, that's a gorilla off your back for these guys to win down at Southern.
1981. I mean,
I was a pup back then.
I was in high school. Adams for three. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. And the foul's on Moss. And that'll be his third. Check it. It is on Moss. It is his third. I thought they said 44. But he's not out there.
Here's Adams popping out. And Moss giving just a nudge, knocking him off balance. Danny Adams from Metamora will have 3.
And that's only his 4th free throw attempt of the season. 2 of 3 at the line coming into tonight.
He can still pull the Braves within 2.
And this is a guy we mentioned as Eric Gray comes back, Joe. Dan's only played 14 minutes his last 5 games. And he's come out and given the Braves a boost.
You always have to be ready in this system. You never know who's going to play. You never know who's going to start.
Braves make a little run here to get back within 2. A little 6-0 run.
Indiana State has helped turning the ball over. Braves have taken advantage.
It's our last regular season telecast here on WEEK this evening. Arnold, reverse layup is good, and Dan Adams whistled for the foul, so Arnold will go to the line for the 3-point play.
Heck of a catch in traffic that time by Arnold, and the reverse layup with the foul. Pretty good play. Here it is. One bounce. Adams is coming across. Definitely fouled him. Count to 2.
Arnold just a 55% free thrower. Thank you very much.
Shows why.
That was their first free throw attempt of the night. 47-43 Indiana State. They led by as many as 14 in this ball game. And that was early in the first half. Inside Andrews. Goes up for the dunk instead of the layup. Doesn't get the bucket, but he'll go to the line.
And gets a nice hand from the band on his little Ninja Turtle flip. Band is right down here at this end, and they appreciate it.
Would have liked to see him lay that one in and score. 45% at the line.
Nice touch pass by Will Franklin made that play possible.
.68 junior from Sacramento, world of talent. Leads the Valley, 60% shooting from the floor. Not very good at the free throw line, though. Quickly ahead. Moore gets ahead of the pack and scores. He's got 11. And Bradley answers.
Franklin, nice shot. He hasn't taken care of the ball like we're used to, but he's still scoring.
6 points for Will Franklin. Arnold gets behind Danny Adams and scores again. I didn't see the last 2 times. Danny's getting lost. I don't know if he's getting screened or what's going on back there.
On the back screen. Arnold went to town. Fresh troops in for Bradley. O'Brien, Ruffin, Somerville in. Franklin, Adams, and Andrews depart. Still a lot of
places works for Indiana State.
9:33 to go. A lot of time. Braves down 6.
Missed another one. And like I said, halftime was a momentum killer for Bradley. On a 23-7 run.
Sometimes you just want to get to the clubhouse.
No, it worked for Indiana State so far. Somerville has not scored here in the second half. Lawrence Wright. A lot of contact, no whistle. We can hear the slap over here.
Bradley's got it back, though. Good hustle.
Gray throws it right to Bennett. I don't know. There was a big slap that time. O'Brien. Steps in. Oh, and they call the foul on the floor. Jim West doesn't like that. Fouls on Tunnel. That's his fourth. And now he gets an up-close and personal visit from Paul Jansen.
Paul Jansen came over and said 2 words, settle down, to the Bradley head coach. And he's had some reasons to beef. But the Braves also lead the league in technicals, we found out today. Players and coaches.
Somerville around a screen for 3.
Now that's the way the inbounds play is supposed to work. The guy who takes it out is supposed to get it right back for a good shot.
51-48. Somerville with 12 now. He's the only Brave in double figures. Sycamores spread it out. Shot clock at 11. Somerville got around, got a hand on it. It's Sycamore's ball with 10 on the shot clock. Moss will return for Indiana State.
Good play by Lawrence Wright that time. He didn't give up on the real good pressure once the dribble was picked up.
Wirtz comes in replacing Tunnel, who sits with 4 personals. 10 on the shot clock, 8:14 in the game. Ruffin almost comes up with a steal. 6 on the shot clock. Moore with 4, spins with 3, gives to Arnold. Blocked by O'Brien. Would have been a shot clock violation, I believe. Braves come out of there with it right. Crowd wanted to travel. Hammered home instead.
They wanted to travel and got a dunk instead.
Braves back within 1. Baseline jumper Moss, no good. Follows his shot, hits it out. Schnitker for 3, rattles out. Wirtz gets the offensive rebound, and he'll go to the line. And we'll go to break. 7:33 to play. Indiana State a 1-point lead.
Dear Medicap, in all my dealings with pharmacies, I have never been treated so well as I have at Medicap. Everyone there is so caring and efficient. From my very first visit, we've always been treated politely, and I'm most impressed with the pharmacy staff. Our town is blessed to have this high level of professional health care.
Medicap Pharmacy will always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy. We fill millions of prescriptions, one important person at a time.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
Grandpa, let's have a pretend pizza party.
Okay, honey. I'll imagine a Casey's handmade from scratch pizza with all my favorite toppings.
It's got lots of hot and gooey cheese, too. Grandpa, where are you going?
To get a real Casey's pizza.
All month, get a large specialty pizza for $10.99 or a medium for $9.99.
Pretend pizza breaks every time.
It's Casey's General Store.
Caring for you behind the scenes at Advanced Medical Transport.
Back in Terre Haute at the Hulman Center, Indiana State a 51-50 lead over Bradley. It's been kind of a seesaw second half here, Joe. At least lately.
It is, and we knew this game was probably going to settle down. Bradley was not as bad as the 11-0 run that Indiana State made to begin the game, and probably wasn't as good as the 19-4 run they made deep in the first half. So we're settled down now on the road, 1-point game, 7:33 to go.
Wirtz is a 70% free thrower. Bricked that one.
I think they're 0 for 3 from the line.
I think you're right. 1 for 4 now.
They were 2 of their first 8 against Northern Iowa in their last time out from the line.
Braves have battled back here. Down 14 at one point. O'Brien gets around the defender, loses the ball, gets it back, and scores and ties this game.
They earned it.
It weren't pretty.
Came from behind the backboard to make those 2.
Foul 30 feet from the ball is on Lawrence Wright. His second. Check it. It's his third, 7th team foul, so the Sycamores are in the bonus.
And Bradley will be there, too, on the next foul by the home team.
79% free thrower. Has done it all in his career. Preseason all-conference pick. David Moss, second team a year ago. Honorable mention as a sophomore. Freshman of the year. His first year on campus. Makes them both. He's got 15. It's back to a 2-point Indiana State lead. 7:03 to play. Braves snapped a 14-game road losing streak in the Valley about 2 hours south of here 2 weeks ago. Trying to make it 2 out of 3 road wins here tonight. Back cut by Wright. It's off Indiana State with 10 on the shot clock.
Braves have their box offense here on the out of bounds.
Give it to Ruffin near midcourt. Tough pull-up jumper with 6 on the shot clock is good.
Nails it.
Just his second bucket of the night. We're even again with 6:26 to play.
First one came at the end of the first half on the steal and go.
Moss guarded by Wright, kicks to Schnitger. Schnitger. Whew. Tyson Schnitger had 19 against Indiana. Got 9 here tonight. O'Brien. And the foul will go against Trent Wirtz. That's his second. And Bradley's in the bonus.
Yeah, Wirtz found out that he was in deep trouble there as O'Brien had the position. The lob was good. All he could do was hold on and hope that he didn't get caught.
Wirtz will sit. Now Tunnel, who has 4 fouls, comes back in. Seven-footer out of Blaine, Minnesota, shoots 68% at the line. 1 of 2 there tonight. And he's in double figures with 10 points. So good during the Braves' 4-game win streak. 16.7 rebounds a game. This would tie it. 11 for OB, and we're tied at 56. Under 6 minutes to go now on the road for the Braves.
Braves have not played a lot of close games this year. They've just had 5 decisions of 8 points or less the whole season.
Moss, tough pull-up jumper, won't go. O'Brien one-hands the rebound. He's got 7 boards tonight. Some of those close games, though, have been on the road. 2-point loss in overtime at Wichita, 2-point loss at Drake. Somerville's 3 is long. And here come the Sycamores with numbers. Moore gives to Schnitger. Tries to reverse Somerville the block. Bennett bounced it off Moore, or he knocked it out at any rate. And
Somerville was standing out of bounds when he touched the ball.
Okay.
Moss had it.
Tony got a hand on it.
Right. There's the initial block, and then Marcellus is still outside when he touches.
And now a whistle against the Braves. Goes against Tony Bennett.
The Braves have 1 2-point victory this year, a 3-point victory, and then you have to go to 8 and 10 and above. They've lost to 2 2-pointers that you mentioned and a 4-pointer, and then you go to 8 and above.
Gabe Moore at the line. He's almost automatic there, 84%. He makes them both. Moore out of Little Rock. And it's back to a 2-point Sycamores lead. O'Brien double team. Passes out of it. Under 5 to play now. Right. Crowd wanted to travel. He never moved his foot. Bennett for 3. It's good for Tony Bennett. His 9th 3 of the year. He has 9 points.
Very nice patience for the Braves that time. Everyone touched it. The ball went into the post and back out. Finally found the guy who was going to score.
Braves up 1. Moore missed. Gets his own rebound. 2 Sycamores had the ball. Fouls on O'Brien. 2 Sycamores had the ball. The official agreed that they had 2 guys with the ball, but then the foul goes against Bradley anyway. That's 3 on O'Brien. Schnitger is slow to get up. Take another look. Yeah.
Right.
Let it go there, Perry. Let's see. Just keep playing this. 2 Sycamores have the ball. Not very long, though.
Well, when there's simultaneous possession by teammates, it's supposed to be an automatic travel. Paul Jansen argued that they didn't have it at the same time. Not long enough, anyway.
Not long enough. Schnitker's going to have to go back to the locker room. He got KO'd on it. Was that a screen there that he got KO'd on?
Right. No help on the screen.
Moss will go to the line. He had 19 points, 9 boards, and 6 assists in the win over then 18th ranked Indiana on this floor. He's got 16 here tonight.
That was a ho-hum win for this program. They've beaten them now 3 out of the last 4 years. It's getting routine.
Kyle doesn't like the extracurricular stuff down low, apparently.
Let's see if they go back to Patrick's side here.
Tunnel's got 4 fouls. Wright goes into the lane, forced it. And they say Moss is out of bounds. Well, sometimes even the home crowd doesn't like the calls, Joe.
Right.
Officials get it from both sides.
Yeah, Lawrence Wright, a little out of control, tries to pass it, and David Moss nowhere near the out-of-bounds line.
No way. Braves get a break that time. Somerville spin moves. Jump hook won't go. Wright follows, won't go. Bennett, O'Brien, everybody in red but Ruffin was on it. Moss throws it ahead to Moore. He waits for the 2 Braves to fly by and score. 1 Brave had to keep their feet there, and Somerville and Ruffin both ran by. Jim West calls the 30. It's the first called timeout of the second half. So we'll go to break with 3:53 left and the Braves down 3.
Hamptons, we have some new ideas. There's so much available.
Maryland trends, Maryland looks, Maryland ideas. There's a great idea showroom in Peoria and Bloomington, so get there.
Get your free pre-approval at bankplushomeloans.com.
We make shopping for a new Toyota fast, fun, friendly, and fair. It's easy to say yes to Toyotas for less. Ford's Toyota Beacon off I-474 at Route 29.
It's the most powerful yet quietest Oric ever. The new amazing lightweight XL21. Come see us in our new location in Peoria's Metro Center. Yes, your Oric factory showroom is now located among the shops at the Metro Center. Keep your home clean with Oric. Oric cleans carpet, tile, linoleum, and wood floors.
Vacuuming can be fun.
Visit us in Bloomington, Pekin, and now in Peoria's Metro Center.
The furniture event of the year. Ashley Furniture Home Store's Perfect 10 sale. Saturday till 8 p.m. 10 incredible hours to save 10% more and pay interest-free till 2010. Get Ashley Direct pricing on America's #1 selling furniture. And for one perfect day, take an extra 10% off all furniture, home decor, and all mattresses. Plus, pay no interest till 2010. The Perfect 10 sale. This Saturday only at the Ashley Furniture Home Store, 1 mile south of O'Brien Field on Adams.
See me at AMT for child car seat safety inspections.
Back in Terre Haute, Lee Hall, Joe D'Alfonso. Indiana State leading Bradley 62-59. And you think it's not tough to play defense?
Patience on offense is a virtue.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Ruffin and Somerville bought that.
Hey, this is the kind of game, Lee, that Bradley graduate, a great fan, Ed McMurray, would have really loved. Ed passed away this week after a long battle of cancer. We send our condolences to his family, his wife Betty, and their 12 children, all Bradley fans. And we're going to miss Ed watching our broadcast.
Our thoughts and prayers with them. Patrick O'Brien's wide open. Braves down 3. They trailed by 14 in the first half. O'Brien, don't bring it down. Give it back out, and he does. Good play by the big fella that time. Somerville, foot on the line. Short.
You pass it out, you're always going to get it back. It's the easiest way to get it back from the post.
Schnitger is back with a large bandage on his chin. Boo drives, gives the tunnel. 12-footer. Rattles in. That's a shooter's roll.
Yeah, he wasn't even expecting the pass.
And that's a 6-0 run by Indiana State since Bradley took a 59-58 lead. Ruffin to Somerville. Pull-up jumper. No good. Right, the rebound. Puts it on the floor. Passes out of it. Ruffin for 3. In and out. 2:40 to play. Sycamores by 5.
Timeout.
Crowd on their feet.
Royce Waltman recognizes this is a big possession right here, so he's going to get the troops organized.
2:35 left. It's a full, and we will go to break. 64-59, Indiana State with 2:35 left.
I'm glad you're driving. I hate this stuff.
The law calls for every driver to have car insurance. But weather like this demands it. 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. We keep you legal for less.
Discover UFS. It's all about the deals. The best deals on the great stuff. It really costs less at UFS. Illinois' best selection of wine and spirits. Aisles of phenomenal deals. Flooring, tools, furniture, mattresses, appliances. We shop the world to bring you the best available for the least possible. UFS. Here, it's all about the deals. Discover UFS. Save money every time you shop. UFS. 1 mile south of O'Brien Field on Adams.
Just 2:35 left here. Indiana State, a 64-59 lead over the Braves. They've gone on a run here since Bradley took that 59-58 lead.
Very important possession right here. It's a 5-point game. Indiana State has all the momentum. They have the ball. And the next dead ball is going to result in immediate timeout. So if Indiana State can get to the line, all the more better because they can rest players, get them back organized.
Moore gets it at the free throw line. Ruffin pokes it away. And then gets it to Somerville. Crowd thought he traveled.
Unbelievable.
Tough play, and Somerville scored. Daniel Ruffin.
The steal was the easy part. The dribble and the pass was the hard part. That was a big stop for the Braves right there.
Back to a 3-point ball game as we approach the 2-minute mark. Bennett almost comes up with a steal. Now the Sycamores have numbers. Schnitker kicks out to Moore. Good passing here. Moss into the lane. 8-footer is good. He's got 19.
Out of the unorganized comes the big basket. But it's still just a 5-point game.
Plenty of time for the Braves here. Ruffin. Down among the trees. Now it's Somerville for 3. No. .123 left. Time is not on Bradley's side here. They have to have a stop. Moore. Oh, boy. Got way too deep. Missed a bunny. Arnold tips it away from Bennett. Now it's Moore at the other end.
Yeah, he knows not to go to the basket.
Tony Bennett didn't know he had a man behind him, and now he pokes it away from Moss, who will go to the line to shoot 2.
Now we're going to have immediate timeout right here, though.
That's the 10th team foul on Bradley. It'll be 2 for Moss. When we come back, the officials don't realize that it's the media timeout.
Right, it's the under 4 timeout. We've just gone a long way without it.
55.1 left. Free throws for the Sycamores. When we come back, they lead Bradley by 5.
Life, the precious light which brightens our world. We share it with others and bask in its glow. We soak up its warmth and celebrate its spirit. Life. At times we forget how fragile it really is, how delicate the flame burns. When childhood cancer threatens a promising life, the light flickers and fades, and sometimes darkness prevails. At the St. Jude Midwest Affiliate, the children are struggling against the shadows. St. Jude Midwest Affiliate in Peoria, where hope burns bright.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
Each year, the American Red Cross responds to over 70,000 disasters, from house fires to hurricanes. Whether disasters are natural or man-made, the American Red Cross is there, meeting people's needs for shelter, food, and health services. In the aftermath of these hurricanes, the need is larger than ever. Let's help our neighbors. Please donate to your local American Red Cross. I'm Dan Daly, Regional President of Busey Bank, and Busey Bank is proud to be a company that cares.
Situation doesn't look good for Bradley. 55.1 to play here. 66-61 Indiana State with David Moss at the line. A great play here by Daniel Ruffin.
Makes the pick, spin move, knows he's lost control, passes it to Somerville. And Marcellus, just one of his 2 second-half field goals, 2 of 9 from the floor this half, as the Braves have fallen behind by 5 with the opponents looking at free throws. Indiana State has only beaten in the league this year Illinois State here and Southern Illinois in Carbondale.
And that win against Illinois State here was back in December. It was the first Valley game of the season.
Right. And it took overtime.
20 for Moss.
Well, he's back. He's definitely back.
Yeah, he struggled in the first half and committed 6 turnovers, but he's been all that here in the second. And a foul against Bradley, and that will just about do it. You would think, although the Braves have shown an uncanny ability along with coming back to stretch games and make something out of games that looked like they were out of hand.
Yeah, that's the over to back on the rebound by Lawrence Wright. Daniel Ruffin, 1 of 6 now from the field in the second half after going 1 of 2 in the first half.
Trent Wirtz at the line, 70% free thrower. And Royce Waltman calls timeout with 48.1 to play and a 9-point lead.
Well, this doesn't do much in the standings. And, we both felt that Bradley was cemented into that Friday appearance in St. Louis, not the play-in round on Thursday. But it makes it harder to catch Missouri State now. If Bradley goes on to lose this game, they'll go back to 500, 7-7. There'll be a game back of the Bears with a winnable game on Saturday. The Bears have to go to UNI on Saturday. So we could see a tie. Of course, both teams split their home games this year. But as far as the standings, Indiana State, if they go on to win 3-11, they'll be tied with the Redbirds for 8th and 9th. Doesn't change much there.
Somerville's three is blocked. And Adams whistled for the foul. Well, Bradley made a nice comeback in the first half to get this game even, and then just didn't get it done here in the second.
Well, we talked at Missouri State Saturday about the missing 10 minutes of their efforts. 10 minutes somewhere during the game. Tonight they kind of split them up. The first 5 minutes of the first half of the game, was pretty awful. And then this last 5 minutes of the game here, when the game was close and ready to be won, there wasn't much done right as well. 10-point game now.
It's a 13-2 run since Bradley was up 59-58.
There you go. That says it all.
Bennett fouled as he got the rebound. Jim West puts his hands behind his back and gives a look like, oh, now we get a call. J.J. Twy will return. Is that his first appearance of the second half?
No, he was in earlier. 19 turnovers again by the Braves on the road. That's tough to get it done. Braves did a good job not fouling in the first half. Only had 5 fouls. No one had more than 1. Had the 1-point lead. Settled into a game. The last 5 minutes, there wasn't much done correctly.
And Adams will foul with 30 seconds left. Now, it was there to be had when it was 59-58 and just one field goal since then. I believe that was the Somerville layup.
Off the steal.
Off the steal by Daniel Ruffin. After an explosive 23-7 run to end the first half.
Well, you're right. The only thing that could have stopped the Braves at that point was halftime, and it came at the right time for the home team.
Sycamores shooting the free throws pretty well here tonight. And icing this win. Ruffin makes the layup, 73-63. Ruffin with 6, and the road woes continue for Bradley.
Oh, really? Because this is a team that the Braves outscored by 27 points in the second half. The last time we saw a matchup in Peoria, down 5 to a 22-point win, and it was going north even as the game ended, 85-63. So you take a 22-point win, you come here, it's 10. Is the road worth 32 points? That's what you got to ask.
Well, it's difficult to come on the road and see this team with this kind of talent just come out here and lay an egg at certain times of the game. Not for the whole game.
Nope.
At times, last 10, 15 minutes of the first half, they were brilliant.
Just enough for the game. Not the whole game, you're right. Just enough.
Just enough to lose it.
Royce Waltman came on the Valley teleconference this week and reiterated what most of the coaches in the Valley say. Bradley has the most talent on one roster in the league. But the road is a different story. Interesting game coming up, though. Tuesday night, Salukis visit Carver Arena. I think the Braves will be favored to win. That's how good they are at home.
No, the Salukis have shown that they aren't invulnerable by any stretch of the imagination, losing at home to this team. Bennett looking for a whistle. And the Sycamores could run it out here. Braves fell behind 11, and they lose it by 12. Fell behind 11-0 and lose by 12.
That's exactly right. In between, there was some good basketball played, but certainly not enough. And as you mentioned, Lee, the game was there to be had with 5 minutes to go. And one team took it by the throat, and one team did not.
So the Braves dropped to 13-9, 7-7 in the league. Indiana State 10-12, 3-11. They now 0-8 without David Moss, 10-4 with him. Can you say anything more about it than
well,
that?
He's got to graduate. We know that. So he's not going to be here next year. But, boy, what a player. You could make a case for him being MVP of the league.
Oh, without a doubt. If you're talking most valuable, without a doubt.
Right.
I mean 0-8, that's all you got to say.
Yeah, he took it to the Braves tonight. 7 of 14 from the field, 22 points, 9 rebounds, almost had a double-double. Made all but one free throw down the stretch. He was the difference.
We'll be back to wrap things up right after this. Indiana.
Advanced medical transport in your neighborhood.
On alert, ready to respond, waiting so you don't have to.
AMT in your neighborhood.
Participating in litter pickups.
AMT in your neighborhood.
A part of Night Out Against Crime.
AMT in your neighborhood.
Providing charitable care to those in need.
AMT in your neighborhood.
Supporting neighborhood associations.
Advanced medical transport. Proud to be involved.
WEEK and O'Brien Dodge Chrysler Jeep of Pekin are proud to bring you the Golden Apple Award, recognizing teaching excellence. Congratulations, John Moyes of Cuba Middle Senior High.
He makes learning fun. He is, I think, the best.
To nominate your favorite teacher, go to WEEK.com or stop by any one of our sponsors to fill out an application. News 25, home of the Golden Apple Award.
Lee Hall, Joe D'Alfonso back at the Hulman Center in Terre Haute, where Indiana State puts the pedal to the metal late and outscores Bradley down the stretch 15-4. No, check that. 17-4. Bradley just didn't have enough at the end.
No, and really the Sycamores took it to them. They made the good plays defensively. They limited the Braves to one shot in the last 5 minutes, and then they took it to the basket, got fouled, and made their free throws. And as we mentioned, took the game by the throat when it was there to be won.
And made their free throws down the stretch. Our Heritage Bank player of the game is Patrick O'Brien, 11 points, 7 rebounds. It was not a very impressive 11-point performance, I'd have to say.
No, again, 6 scouts here, 6 different teams from the NBA looking at Patrick O'Brien. Here's one of his workmanship baskets in the second half. He was one of the bright spots, but there just wasn't enough. Marcellus Somerville led the team in scoring with 14 points and had 5 rebounds. Patrick had the 7 boards to lead the Braves as well. So just too little, too late. 63 points against a team that's one of the last in the leagues and giving up points.
Heritage Bank, locally owned and managed since 1920. Again, Patrick O'Brien, our player of the game. Tony Bennett, 4 of 6, 9 points out of his slump a little bit. But, again, not enough other contributors. Lawrence Wright with only 4. There's just not a lot there.
Yeah. Zach Andrews, 4 points, and then, that's it. So next time we'll see, it'll be next year, and we'll play other games plus a tournament in between.
That's right. Joe, always a pleasure.
Thank you, Lee.
All right, another good season. We're done for the season because of the Olympics. NBC won't give us any time, so you're on your own.
Can you imagine?
For Steve Shaw, our producer, low these many years. For Perry Cole, our director. For Joe Scholl, who directed many games this year. For Joe D'Alfonso, Lee Hall. So long from Terre Haute.